Sports Night, brought to you by your Valley Toyota.
All right, it's always a special day when we get a local boy like Devon Kennard in here. We're talking football and finance. Tell us about this book. It all adds up. Let's talk finance first. And if I buy this book, what am I going to get out of it?
An opportunity for me, I've realized that I've read so many finance books because I got into the NFL and I'm like, I want to make sure I'm not a statistic that you get into the NFL, you end up going broke a few years after. And I've dived into a lot of finances book, but none that spoke to me truly. So I was like, you know what? I wanted to learn as much as I could and then give the information. And being an athlete and a current player myself, I feel like I can reach a demographic that a lot of the finance books out there couldn't reach. And I was like, why not me and why not now? Designing your game plan for a financial success is essential, and I feel like everybody could do it, and so many people out there are writing themselves off, and that's what it all adds up is all about, is how do you make decisions day by day to put yourself in a good financial standing and change your life.
And the great thing about seeing you with this book is we've seen you grow up here. You're a local kid, right? Desert Vista. You're also a smart guy. I mean, you went to USC. You got your bachelor's and master's in like 4.5 years. So you've done the studying. You're not just some guy with a lot of money that says, hey, this is how I made my money.
Right, and I think that's what makes my situation unique is I can speak to more people because I want to show that you can do both. You know, there's the jock thing, shut up and dribble, just play your sport, and you can excel on the field and off the field in all that you do. And I've had that mindset in college, and I've taken that to the pros, and I've been able to be in a position to have a 9-year football career, but also be able to write a book and do the things while still keeping the main thing, which has always been football for me.
What did it mean to you to play for the hometown team, a team that you grew up watching? Did it mean more to you? And you also played really well when you were with the Cardinals.
Yeah, so it's surreal because I don't know if you know this, but my dad played for the Cardinals as well. So to be a second generation and play for the same organization that my father did, and being able to talk to Mr. Bidwell, we had a great relationship, and he remembered my dad and would tell me stories and things like that. It was really kind of a full circle moment to be able to play in my hometown, play in the stadium and in the city that I grew up in, and I still love and call home today. So I would say that's one of the biggest milestones. How many guys get to go back and play 3 years in their hometown? I think that's unique and something I'll always cherish.
What are your thoughts on Kyler Murray? Can this franchise build around him and win with him?
The dude is unreal. His talents and ability, things I've seen him do on the practice field, in games, etc. The competitive nature that he has, he's unique. And absolutely, you can win with a guy like that at quarterback. And I'm very interested. I'm sure he's motivated and rehabbing extremely hard and working his tail off. So I'm excited. I think you're going to see a different Kyler Murray, and motivated. When you go through something like that, I've had injuries. It changes you a little bit. It puts a lot of things in perspective, and I'm expecting to see a highly motivated Kyler Murray whenever he comes back.
Another guy that has a high motor is on the opposite side of the football is Budda Baker, a guy that, man, if you can get 11 of those guys, you'd have a pretty good defense.
Yeah, I would say Budda is one of my favorite teammates I've ever had. One great dude. Him and I got pretty close while I was with the Cardinals. But even more than that, you gain a level of respect for how he approaches the game day in and day out. What you guys see on Sunday is how he is every day. And you can't say that about a lot of people. I've been in this league a long time. There's no off switch with him. He practices that way. His intensity, his love for the game, his will to win, it's there, and it's day in and day out. And I have an immense amount of respect for who he is, both on the field and off.
Okay, I've asked you about a couple guys, right? We got a picture of one guy in particular. I want to ask you about, if you could look at this monitor. Do you remember this guy right here? Who's that guy right there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, that's Rick Davis with you.
Yes, sir.
When you were on his basketball.
Throwback right there.
Well, what goes through your mind when you see that picture? Of course, that's Rick Davis, one of our photographers who's been here forever, a great guy. What goes through your mind when you see that?
I wish I kept growing this way and not this way, so I could have kept playing basketball. I swear I had some nice games for me. I love basketball. Basketball was my first love, and Coach Davis, he was a big part of that. He taught me the game, taught me the fundamentals. I thank him. I still play 5-on-5 with my friends in the off season, and I still got a little game. It kind of takes me back to moments like that. So it's huge. It's awesome. It's seeing that and knowing him and his family are still doing well. It's great to see.
What kind of player do you think you would be like? Who would you be like? Would you be
I would
like
have
an
to give
enforcer
myself. I don't know if you guys remember like Zach Randolph.
I was about to say Zach Randolph. With the Trailblazers.
Yeah. That old school Zach Randolph. I would say that's my game. I could post a little bit, but I like driving to the basket. I got a nice little mid-range to me, but you're gonna leave the game and like, man, this dude was beating me up a little bit for sure. Yeah, I play basketball like a football player. I'll admit that.
How can people get your book?
It's everywhere. Go to Amazon and you can find it. You can go to my website, www.devonkennard.com. But anywhere you buy books, it's there. Also, the audio book, I recorded myself. So I'm an audio guy, so I like to always mention that. But yeah, follow me on social media. I'm talking a lot of financial literacy, sports, and I'm just trying to help people reach the lives that they want to achieve. And I think financially, finances are a huge part of that.
All right, and to all you NFL coaches out there, he's not just an author, he's a baller too.
I'm still ready to go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.